What is happening, everyone, and welcome back to the Roger Report. The news cycle is absolutely wild right now, and we've got some massive updates that you do not want to miss. From high-stakes legal battles to record-breaking collectibles, we're diving deep into the stories that are making waves across the sports and business world. Get ready for some unmissable insights as we break down the latest developments that everyone will be talking about. Let's get into it. First up, a major legal showdown is intensifying in the world of motorsports. We're talking about a high-stakes dispute that could reshape the landscape for race teams, and it involves one of the biggest names in sports, Michael Jordan. This isn't just about racing, it's about fair play and the future of team ownership in a major league. The details emerging are absolutely critical, so buckle up. Then, we're shifting gears to the electrifying world of collectibles, where a single item has shattered all previous records. Imagine owning a piece of history so rare, so significant, that it commands a price tag that will blow your mind. We're talking about signatures from absolute legends that have created a frenzy in the auction world. You'll want to hear exactly what made this item so incredibly valuable. But the drama doesn't stop there. We're heading back to the track for another crucial development in the ongoing saga involving NASCAR and team ownership. This latest update brings new filings and escalates the tension as a pivotal court hearing approaches. The implications for how teams operate and are valued are immense, and the clock is ticking. And finally, we're bringing you an exclusive look at another significant legal maneuver in the motorsports arena. This development adds another layer to an already complex situation, with new motions being filed that could have far-reaching consequences. We've got all the details you need to understand the stakes. You're going to want to stay locked in for all of this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. NASCAR's legal battle heats up. This high-stakes legal dispute in motorsports is intensifying as a critical court hearing approaches, potentially reshaping the future of race team ownership and operations. The core of the conflict lies in a legal fight between NASCAR and two prominent race teams, including one co-owned by basketball icon Michael Jordan, 23XI Racing, alongside Front Row Motorsports. The situation has escalated with both sides filing new motions concerning antitrust claims. NASCAR has indicated its intention to reissue charters, which are essentially the equivalent of franchise tags in other sports, guaranteeing teams a spot in every race and providing significant financial benefits. Specifically, NASCAR plans to issue one of the charters currently held by 23XI Racing and Front Row Motorsports to another team whose identity remains redacted in court documents, with this change slated to take effect before the 2026 season. This move has drawn a strong counterargument from the affected teams, who claim that the sale or reallocation of these charters would effectively put them out of business. They also contend that losing their chartered status would result in irreparable harm, as it would allow drivers and sponsors to seek opportunities elsewhere. A clear example of this is Tyler Reddick of 23XI Racing, who reportedly has a contract clause that permits him to leave if the team is not chartered. The stakes are incredibly high, with both 23XI and Front Row seeking an injunction from U.S. District Judge Kenneth Bell to prevent NASCAR from selling these charters until the entire case is resolved. A trial date has been set for December 1st. The teams have accused NASCAR of engaging in bullying and retaliatory behavior, asserting that they were compelled to accept charter deals at prices below competitive market rates, drawing parallels to the situations of college athletes or UFC athletes who have faced similar pressures. They also claim to possess smoking gun documents that allegedly demonstrate NASCAR's intent to force competitors into signing one-sided charter agreements, and that NASCAR has acted illegally to stifle competition. NASCAR, however, argues that since the charters have been returned, the teams never truly possessed them, never signed formal agreements, and that there is sufficient interest from other parties to warrant their reissuance. Furthermore, NASCAR maintains it is not obligated to conduct business with entities it does not wish to partner with. The teams are fighting back, arguing that NASCAR has not adequately refuted the antitrust allegations and that the organization's opposition is filled with personal attacks rather than addressing the merits of the case. With the playoffs set to begin, the outcome of this legal battle could significantly impact the competitive balance and economic structure of NASCAR. This legal drama is drawing intense scrutiny from fans and industry analysts alike, with many closely watching how the court will rule on these antitrust claims and the future of team ownership. Now, what if we told you that a single piece of memorabilia could fetch a price that defies belief, shattering all previous records in the process? Get ready, because we're about to dive into the astonishing world of sports collectibles, where legends collide and history is made. Record-shattering sports card auction. A recent auction has seen a sports card featuring the signatures of basketball legends Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant sell for an astronomical $12.9 million, setting a new world record for the most expensive card ever sold. This unparalleled collectible, a unique dual-signed card featuring Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, has just rewritten the record books for sports memorabilia. Sold at auction by Heritage Auctions for a staggering $12.9 million, it has become the most expensive card of any kind ever to change hands. The immense value is attributed to its extreme rarity and the iconic status of the players involved. This particular card is the only one of its kind to exist, featuring the NBA logos patched directly from the jerseys of both Bryant's, Los Angeles Lakers, and Jordan's Chicago Bulls. The card itself is described as visually stunning, originating from the prestigious Upper Deck Exquisite collection from the 2007-08 season. Its initial valuation was set at $6 million, but the final sale price more than doubled that figure, highlighting an extraordinary surge in demand and perceived value. This sale significantly surpasses the previous record for the most expensive sports card, which was held by a Mickey Mantle baseball card that sold for $12.6 million in 2022. In the realm of basketball cards specifically, the prior record was held by a Stephen Curry card, signed and sold in 2020 for $5.9 million. While this card now stands as the pinnacle of sports card collecting, it is worth noting that it does not claim the title for the most expensive sports collector's item overall. That distinction still belongs to a jersey worn by baseball legend Babe Ruth during the 1932 World Series, which commanded a price of $24 million last year. The sale of the Jordan Bryant card underscores a growing trend of ultra-rare, autographed memorabilia commanding immense prices, driven by passionate collectors and investors seeking unique pieces of sports history. The market for such items continues to demonstrate significant growth, with a clear appetite for items that represent the absolute peak of athletic achievement and cultural impact. Fans and collectors are buzzing about this sale, with many marveling at the sheer value placed on a single piece of sports history and the enduring legacy of both Jordan and Bryant. But can a legal dispute over racing infrastructure truly impact the very foundation of a major sporting league? We're heading back to the courtroom drama that's shaking up the world of motorsports, with new filings adding fuel to the fire. Michael Jordan's NASCAR team in legal crosshairs. Basketball legend Michael Jordan's involvement in NASCAR is now at the center of a heated legal battle, as his team, 23XI Racing, along with Front Row Motorsports, faces off against NASCAR over antitrust claims and the crucial issue of team charters. The legal friction between NASCAR and two of its teams, 23XI Racing, co-owned by Michael Jordan, and Front Row Motorsports, has escalated dramatically with new court filings preceding a critical hearing. At the heart of this dispute are NASCAR's team charters, which function much like franchise agreements in other professional sports, guaranteeing teams a starting spot in every race and providing substantial financial incentives. NASCAR has declared its intention to reissue one of the charters currently held by 23XI Racing and Front Row Motorsports to a yet unnamed team before the 2026 season. This decision has been met with fierce opposition from the two teams, who have filed a counterclaim asserting that the reallocation of these charters would be financially ruinous, effectively forcing them out of business. They further argue that losing their chartered status would lead to irreparable harm, as it would grant drivers and sponsors the flexibility to move to other teams. Tyler Reddick, a driver for 23XI Racing, reportedly has a contract clause that allows him to depart if the team is not chartered, highlighting the immediate impact of this potential change. Both 23xi Racing and Front Row Motorsports are seeking an injunction from U.S. District Judge Kenneth Bell to prevent NASCAR from proceeding with the charter sales until the antitrust lawsuit is settled. The trial is scheduled for December 1st. In their filings, the teams have presented what they describe as smoking gun documents that allegedly prove NASCAR's intent to compel competitors into accepting one-sided charter deals. They accuse NASCAR of engaging in illegal practices to suppress competition and label the organization's actions as bullying and retaliatory behavior. The teams further allege that they were pressured into accepting charter agreements at below-market rates, comparing their situation to that of college athletes or UFC fighters who have faced similar economic disadvantages. NASCAR, in its defense, argues that because the charters were returned, the teams never truly possessed them nor signed formal agreements, and that there is ample interest from other parties for these charters. NASCAR also asserts its right to refuse business with certain parties. The teams counter that NASCAR has failed to adequately disprove the antitrust allegations and that the organization's filings contain personal attacks rather than substantive arguments. The ongoing legal battle adds significant uncertainty to the future of team ownership and competition within NASCAR, with the upcoming court hearing poised to be a pivotal moment in this high-stakes confrontation. This ongoing legal saga is capturing the attention of the entire motorsports community, with many keenly observing the developments and their potential impact on the sport's structure. Now, let's pivot from the courtroom to the auction house, where a single item has achieved a stratospheric price, shattering all previous records. Prepare yourself for the story behind the most expensive sports card ever sold, a true artifact of legendary talent. NASCAR faces antitrust scrutiny over charters. A significant legal challenge is unfolding as NASCAR confronts antitrust claims from two race teams, including Michael Jordan's 23xi Racing, over the contentious issue of team charters, with a crucial court hearing on the horizon. The legal battle between NASCAR and a coalition of race teams, notably including Michael Jordan's 23xi Racing and Front Row Motorsports, has escalated as both parties have submitted new motions ahead of a pivotal court date concerning antitrust allegations. At the heart of this dispute is NASCAR's system of team charters, which are essentially long-term agreements that guarantee a team's entry into every NASCAR race and provide significant financial benefits. NASCAR has stated its intention to reissue one of the charters currently held by 23xi Racing and Front Row Motorsports to a different, redacted team name, with this change set to occur before the 2026 season. This move has triggered a strong counterclaim from the teams involved, who argue that the sale or reallocation of these charters would lead to their financial ruin and effectively put them out of business. They also contend that losing their chartered status would result in irreparable harm, as it would create opportunities for drivers and sponsors to move to other teams. A specific example cited is driver Tyler Reddick of 23xi Racing, whose contract reportedly includes a clause allowing him to leave if the team is not chartered. Both 23xi Racing and Front Row Motorsports are seeking an injunction from U.S. District Judge Kenneth Bell to prevent NASCAR from selling these charters until the case is fully resolved. The trial is slated to commence on December 1st. The teams have alleged in their filings that they possess smoking gun documents demonstrating NASCAR's intent to force competitors into signing one-sided charter agreements, and that NASCAR has acted unlawfully to stifle competition. They have also accused NASCAR of bullying and retaliatory behavior, stating that teams were compelled to accept charter terms at prices below competitive market rates, drawing parallels to the economic pressures faced by college athletes or UFC athletes. NASCAR, on the other hand, asserts that because the charters were returned, the teams never truly possessed them, never signed formal agreements, and that there is substantial interest from other parties to acquire them. Furthermore, NASCAR maintains that it is not obligated to engage in business with parties it does not wish to. The teams counter that NASCAR has not adequately refuted the antitrust claims and that the organization's arguments are filled with personal attacks rather than addressing the core legal issues. The ongoing legal confrontation casts a significant shadow over the future of team ownership and the competitive landscape within NASCAR, with the upcoming court proceedings expected to be a critical juncture in this high-stakes legal contest. Industry observers are closely watching this legal confrontation, recognizing its potential to set precedents for team ownership and contractual agreements within major professional sports leagues. While legal battles rage, the world of collectibles is witnessing a historic moment, with a single item fetching an unbelievable sum. Get ready to be amazed by the story of a sports card that has shattered all previous records, a testament to the enduring power of sports legends. And that's a wrap on today's essential updates. We saw NASCAR's legal fight with Michael Jordan's team heat up over charters. A historic basketball card signed by Jordan and Kobe Bryant shattered records, selling for $12.9 million. Another update showed NASCAR's legal battle intensifying with new filings concerning team ownership. And we covered the latest developments in NASCAR's ongoing legal dispute over team charters. Don't miss out on any future breakdowns. Hit that like button if you found this valuable, subscribe to the Roger Report for more exclusive insights, and ring that notification bell so you're always in the loop. Let us know your thoughts on these stories in the comments below, and make sure to follow us on all our social media channels for even more updates. We'll see you in the next one.